Have you ever seen something so crusty or dirty that your whole body shudders? Well, if it's a thing you go out of your way to look for, this might be the perfect list for you. Grimy concepts or environments are often seen in the horror genre to heighten a sense of repulsiveness. In horror games, there are some titles that don't hold back on this. I'm Scruncho with DreadXP, and in this video we'll be scraping through 10 dirty AF indie horror games. For this list, we'll be focusing on titles that surround dirty environments, actions, or ideas. Viewer discretion is advised as some of these games are for a more mature audience. I would like to give a special shout out to Filthbreed, Cookies, and Spectacle for being some incredibly dirty games, but were already featured on other 10 videos that you should totally check out. As a once a video reminder, this list is not in a specific order, so if you see a title at a number you don't agree with, no need to get grimy. Number 10, Nightslink. Rockin' that paratopic PS1 aesthetic vibe, get ready to put your best delivery service hat on for this post-apocalyptic world. With the objective of recording, transporting, and delivering audio cassette tapes, you find yourself in a stained apartment complex full of some weird people. Unfortunately, the mucky walls are not the only unsettling part of this title, as each day gets a little stranger. Go door to door, deliver tapes to hungry clients, get your recordings done, and move through a world that seems like it's splitting at the seams. If you liked paratopic and the idea of profiting off of people's addiction to tapes, Nightslink is definitely for you. Number 9, A Dump in the Dark. Okay, this game actually left me speechless when I first saw it, and I'm still having a hard time finding words for this flabby, soiling poop adventure. Described best by the developer, a single dump can change the world. And change the world you shall with this action-packed, ass-blasting experience. Fight weird enemies, use 5 kinds of dump attacks, and work through 25 stages of grimy encounters. Dirty is certainly an understatement, and if I have to explain why it's on this list, I'm concerned for you. Regardless, A Dump in the Dark is a unique and comical experience that will leave tears in your eyes. I'll let you guess if it's the smell or the humor. Number 8, Discover My Body. I'm hoping life in 2040 does not look like this, but if it does, I hope you're ready to be disturbed. Attempting to rebuild the connection after social isolation, you observe what is known as the flowering, which provides some sort of connection to others also going through the procedure. As a medical student, it's up to you as the player to study the flowering and note its effects. Reveal the gross hidden parts of the body through a nervous system, exterior, and skeletal viewpoint. Body horror at its finest, which also means most repulsing, makes you feel a heightened sense of uneasiness and discomfort. Although it has minimalistic presentation, that does not stop this disturbing creation. This game takes connection to a whole new level. Number 7, Deadly Night. Hitchhiking and never knowing where you actually are gonna end up is sketchy enough. Getting stuck at a place like this is exactly why you should just take the bus. It's clear based on first impressions that this motel is a solid 1 star. One weird question, a crusty room, and many boring TV channels later, you discover a series of cameras in the room that record you showering and sleeping. Thinking it would be a swell idea to go confront the motel employee who is probably behind the recordings, you find that he is, in fact, the one who stores tapes and benefits from them with his best friend, the tissue box. While we're not here to spoil the twist, and the full release of the game is not out yet, you can play the demo now with its multiple endings. Number 6, Fragment. Beginning with a classic blue VHS screen, footage switches to what appears to be an unfortunate bloody circumstance. Starting on the 6th of November and following up on the 8th of November, you are left to explore a room with minimalistic features. Hearing an incomplete phone line, you use a key to enter another room. While the rooms were not the most clean to begin with, the next room has some gross bits. Finding a couple bodies, table set with bloody parts, a hand in the sink, and many other sloppy parts, this house does not seem like a very guest-welcoming location. Through a series of notes and an ongoing investigation, one can start to connect the dots with the beginning of the game. While this title is only a demo and its development was cancelled, you can still play and enjoy this short and gruesome experience. Number 5. Pigsaw. If you saw the last one and thought, wow, I really dig that dirty blood and guts vibe, then you will be pleased to hear that Pigsaw loves to give it to ya. Trapped in a human slaughterhouse, it's up to you to defend yourself and escape from a collection of pigs that are trying to slice you up with saws. The title of the game makes a lot more sense now. Bring your best FPS and whacking skills to the table and take those piggies down while trying to navigate through what feels like a slaughterhouse maze. While you can save the other humans, this game gives an everyman for themselves feeling. Talk about a fly-infested and meaty horror adventure. Number 4. The Building 71 Incident. I don't know about you, but if a school is closed down and there are reports of some strange activity going on in a place where no one is supposed to be, I would say do something else with your time. Yet, here we are. Rumored to have a gas leak between 1997 and 1998, which resulted in its closing, this southern Brazilian school was visited and recorded by a previous employee to get footage of the bizarre Building 71. One hop through a window later, you walk through the school as the role of the cameraman, which shows dirty and abandoned halls. Gross and scattered, there seems to be some sort of obsession with the moon, with stained mattresses, occult presence, and bodies hanging out. You're right if you guess the moon fascination is not because studying space is a common hobby at the school. As you move through the footage, things get weirder and weirder. But hey, here's to hoping the moon is cleaner than this mess of a school. Number 3. There are ghosts in these stalls. While the previous titles are all gross and dandy, I thought it would be tasteful to bring an experience we have all related to at some point, using the restroom in a dirty public bathroom. Going in to take care of some business and realizing you're stuck in the stall, a strange presence is felt. What appears to be blood on the stall door and a creeper creeping around the bathroom. Getting on the floor and looking around proves to be as icky as the floor itself. While this experience is rather short, the concept makes you want to go take a shower. Well, unless you're into getting down on public bathroom floors. And if you are, maybe just keep that to yourself. Number 2. Lust from Beyond. There are so many layers to an adjective like dirty. I would say this title checks every box when one considers the variation of the word's usage. Having erotic dreams and deciding that regular and socially accepted pleasures are not enough. You, the player, drive the perspective of Victor Holloway, who shows up at a Victorian mansion where it's home to the Cult of Ecstasy, a group of people that don't distinguish a difference between pain and pleasure. Go through a variety of environments, intense situations, and dialogue. Regardless if this is your sort of game, it's better left in the hands of the player, so I'll keep this short. Number 1. The Mortuary Assistant. No matter how professional and cleanly handled doing embalmings might be, there is still a slimy feeling around working with dead people. Despite weird stories surrounding the mortuary involving death and the paranormal, you're called in late at night to handle some embalmings. Unfortunately for you, these stories seem to be true. Gather items, mark objectives off your list, and work with a corpse that feels as though it's playing with you. I feel like corpses getting off the table and moving around should be in the job description, but hey, I suppose the grind is real.
Will not bend must break. The broken will become my vessel. I am here. Those who do not know me will know me when they hear the knock. The shield is ended. That which will not bend must break. The broken will become.
While this game is only a playable demo, you can check out the full release in spring of next year. If you appreciate clean surroundings like me, some of these games likely spooked you for reasons other than the leading horror factors. On the other hand, there are a lot of grimy ideas and concepts on this list that make you feel like you need to use one of those eye wash stations that were in your childhood science classes. Here's to hoping a crusty bathroom floor is the only thing you can relate to in this collection of games. What did you think of our list? Certainly let us know in the comments below or tweet away at DreadXP on Twitter. Thanks for watching and stay positively spooky.